Good evening, festival audience. I'm Todd Wright, and I'm here live from the stage of the Schaefer Center in Boone, North Carolina. I'm Director of Jazz Studies at the Hayes School of Music, and I'm a member of the Festival Advisory Board. I performed at the festival over the years, and I'll be performing a live-streamed concert on Thursday, July 30th at 7 p.m. So please join us for that one. While I'm here in Boone this evening, our featured artist will be joining us from various locations in their homes and elsewhere. Shana Tucker has been on the festival's wish list as an artist we've been wanting to present, and we're grateful that she has chosen this evening, along with her band, to perform with us in this special format. She will combine performance with conversation. So without further ado, I'll give it up just a little bit for Shana Tucker. Hey, Shana.
Hey.
How you
How's
doing?
it doing? I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. How are things?
Well, I was backstage trying to be like, am I gonna be okay meeting Todd's energy, because he is so hyped tonight. He's so hyped about this.
You'll get me hyped.
So this is, I understand this is the first time that this format is happening for an Appalachian Summer Festival. But I'm not the first guest that's been doing the live stream. Surely that's not the thing.
We've had various other performances before now, yes.
So have you hosted every single time?
Not I. This is the first.
So this is your first time.
Yes.
Excuse me. Okay. All right. Well, don't let me distract you. I'll just sit here while you do the rest of your welcomes. I'll try to be quiet.
Okay. So we're going to hear some music first up.
Oh, yes, we are going to hear some music. We're just going to jump right into it. What are we going to say? What are we going to do first? Okay, so our very first song is called Pure Imagination. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I wanted to start with this song is because this is the first song that my quartet and I played together, with quotes, right after everything shut down. We were scheduled to go on tour. We had a lot of tour dates, and then basically D-Day for me was March 15th. So this is our first offering that we created from 4 different corners of North Carolina. And the performance that you're going to see this whole evening was recorded live at the Clayton Center in Clayton, North Carolina, specifically for this concert. So so all of this footage is going to debut tonight. So without further ado, Pure Imagination.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything we want to do, do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. If you truly wish to be. If you
Wow, that was beautiful. Gorgeous.
If you truly wish to. Yeah.
That was so beautiful. I'm old enough to remember the original one, which was gorgeous, but this one is gorgeous in a different way. It sounds so fresh and contemporary. How did you make it sound different? What did you do to it?
I tell you what, Todd, I'm old enough to remember the original too. Like I have battles with younger generations about, first of all, that there was an original Willy Wonka, and that it wasn't Johnny Depp, and that just the original story, like there's just no comparison. But our process, I want to talk about our process, but it was important to me as we were watching this and I was listening to it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds so good. And then a little bit of the digital, the way that we are enjoying this. I think it might be important for us to remind our audience that, I think that they're already coming with a certain amount of grace for us, because this is a live stream and it's digital, and everybody's got different signal strengths and whatnot. So I just want to remind everybody really quickly, if you have 10,000 windows open on your computer like I normally do, you might want to delete all of them except for this one, so that when you're watching it, you can watch it without a lot of attention and stuff, right?
Yes.
And then also, if there's anybody in your house that might be maybe playing Call of Duty right now, or streaming a blockbuster film, maybe ask them to come down and watch this with you for the next hour, because y'all can't compete and you can't get the best ideal concert experience here if the blockbuster is happening upstairs and y'all are sharing the network. So just wanted to say that, just wanted to put that out there. Okay, so you asked me about pure imagination.
Yes.
I want to know if I can bring on my quartet so that we can have a group conversation about this, because the way that we created this arrangement absolutely was a democratic experience. So if we can bring my guys on, that'd be awesome.
Sure, please do.
Yay! Hi, Christian. Hi, Will.
Hi, Shauna.
Hey, Shauna.
Will.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Al.
Hey there, everybody.
Good to see all of you.
It's good to see y'all.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I understand that there's a certain amount of history, like some of y'all know each other already from way, or just way back.
Oh, gosh.
Or just before.
Just back a little ways.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So can we talk about, like, who should we start with? Christian? Yeah, Christian, let's start with you, since you had a pre-existing pure imagination in an alternate meter. Let's start with you. How do we get here?
Yeah. So, first of all, I love this movie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And this, of course, this song is such a beautiful song that kind of came out of that movie, and has kind of lived in the jazz, people calling this tune, and I've always loved this tune, and I recorded this on a record maybe 6 or 7 years ago with a great pianist, Takana Miyamoto, and percussionist Keita Ogawa as a trio, just vibes, piano, and percussion. And we did it in 5/4, which, just by changing the time signature kind of added a whole new dynamic to how the tune kind of breathes, how the melody is phrased. And, when Shana and I are, kind of brainstorming on what material we should be, playing together, I'm always got like a playlist on my computer ready to say, well, what about this? What about this? What do you think about this? And so I had played this for her, and she's like, oh, I love that tune, shared the excitement. And then she starts to do what Shana does, which is the Shana. Wait, Will's gonna have to say the word. What is it? Shana
sized.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, she has to. And what she's doing is and she's brilliant at this. She'll listen to something and figure out how her unique voice and her unique approach really fits into it. And so that was the start. We kind of had this different approach from this original arrangement that I did many years ago. And really, she started saying, well, what happens if we extend that first bar? What happens if we leave this a little bit longer and this, and it just kind of started to roll forward. And that was at least the beginning. So.
Yeah, so everybody, sorry, this is Christian Timber Christian Timber that was just speaking. He is my musical director and pianist. And then we have, doing the round of applause, is Alfred Sertle IV. He is the drummer, capital T, capital D. And then we have Will Ledbetter, who is our bassist. Yes.
Yeah.
You'll hear fantastic things from them the whole evening. But gentlemen, do you want to continue with that, with your recollection of that first conversation?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, one thing I really, because I actually enjoyed playing that song as well, and I played it with Christian one time on a gig prior, and we did it in 5/4, and it was swinging. But when we were working all this stuff out, it was really nice, because Shana was like, but I want to make it where it flows better. The lyrics just, they bring you in, they captivate you. So if y'all notice, for all y'all listening, it goes between parts of 6/8 and then 5/4. So the time shifts, but it feels good because the way Shana's delivering it with her vocals, it's like, it just brings you in because there's some extra space in there instead of just kind of keeping it at one metric rhythm the whole time throughout. So I thoroughly enjoy that part.
Thank you, Will. Your check is in the mail. Al, you want to add anything to your recollection?
No, I'm a huge Willy Wonka fan.
Oh, turn up some.
So
I can't hardly hear you.
Can you hear me? Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I mean,
okay.
I can enough to tell you that I can barely.
I'll get closer. Sorry, my headphones might be dying. But
no.
Yeah, no, not better.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna say things and then you just keep trying your sound. I'm gonna give my recollection, and if you burst in there, I won't feel like it's rude. Okay. I just want to make sure you can get your sound. Okay.
Sounds good.
So what I remember was we had a fair amount of conversation about my takeaway from it was that we all agreed that to just add alternate meters for the sake of adding them to like be cute or whatever, or to be difficult, was not the move, and that should never be the move. You guys can hear? You can hear Al?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's just me.
Yeah.
Why did you say that? I can't read and talk at the same time.
This means
right, never mind, Al.
that says more than you. That says more than you know. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
No, what I was gonna say, and I'll just text you this later, Shana, is I'm a huge Willy Wonka fan. Actually, that song means a lot to me because I have a very active imagination. And I'm a big fan of the statement, we're the music makers, the dreamers of dreams. That is actually up in my studio. And so when you guys approached me about playing along to this track and trying to make some content, and trying to get some music out there and make some content with the situation we all find ourselves in due to COVID, I was really excited about it. And I think what excited me most was the way that you guys lent the time signature. We didn't try and force the lyric into a set time signature. So it breathes between 5 and 6. So you're able to tell the narrative of the song, which is important because it's a beautiful song. And that was the thing that impressed me most about the arrangement, is that it was it was super hip, but it also had a narrative part to it where it didn't squeeze the lyrics so much that it didn't tell the story, which is very important for me because I love that song. So yeah, well done on the arrangement, you guys. I was really excited to put some rhythm to it.
Yes, it's a beautiful arrangement. The flow was just perfect.
I'm saying, I agree with
flow
that.
was
Right?
Really, really cool. I really enjoyed it.
That
Yeah.
push and pull is just, it's good.
Mhm.
It's good.
So it's marvelous. And it worked well. I presume it worked well with our listening audience out there. So I guess they dug it as much as we did.
Well, we keep seeing the comments coming through. I just saw a whole bunch of applause. So I think, and I keep seeing that our viewing numbers are going up. So I think we're doing all right. We should
really?
probably give them some more music. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's up next?
Well, I figured because maybe after this next song, we can talk about like the way we collaborate, and then how we came together. Like after not performing since January, we came together in June, and like the ease, but also the kind of playing with people again. Wow, what a concept, right? So this next song is Time After Time, and this song, this one it's fun to play, but it also this is one of my primary audience participation songs, and so it's impossible to, first of all, we recorded this to a closed set, and secondly, at the very end, when I usually go back and forth, if there's no audience, I ask my quartet to sing Time After Time back and forth with me. But you will see what happened next.
It's like walking and chewing gum. It's impossible. She like looks at me like, I'm like, I am trying to not stop everything that I'm doing. Like I don't understand how people can sing and then play an instrument. Obviously I don't sing. So she looks always at me like, hey, are you having fun? I'm like, I'm just trying to get through this.
You make it look so easy, Christian. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm like literally mouthing time after time. Like it's like
yeah, it's hard to get that rhythm out sometimes when you're trying to play. Like my hand and mouth.
Yeah, and there's also the arrangement. Like there's a lot going on. So yes, we do our best, Shana. To
what are they talking about? I looked over at Al and I was like, time after time.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure if I was singing. I'm not sure if I was singing on pitch, but I was. I gave it all that.
Yeah,
that's
trying
not
to be
fair.
on
He
pitch
sings and plays the drum on a regular. No.
See, Al, he has all four limbs doing something. So
yeah,
it's like,
he's like already like completely in that space of like, let me just add something else in the mix. Boom! Oh, I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna juggle. You know, like
job security, guys.
Let our
job
audience
security.
Yeah,
see how
like
awesome
right.
You guys either were faking it till you make it, or you actually did it. Let's watch it. Oh wow.
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick and think of you. Caught up in circles, confusion is nothing new. Flashback to warm nights, almost left behind. A suitcase of memories, time after. Sometimes you'll picture me, I'm walking too far ahead, You're calling to me, I can't hear what you have said. Then you say, go slow, I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. If you lost, you can look and you will find me time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting time after time. Time after time. After my picture fades and darkness has turned to gray, watching through windows, you're wondering if I'm okay. Secrets stolen from so deep inside, the drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting time after time. Time after time after time after time. Then you say go slow, I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting time after time, time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me where. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting where. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me where. If you fall, I'll catch you. I'll be waiting where. After time, 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 after time. Okay, we're gonna keep going. You guys at home, sing it with me. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me where. Time after time, time after time, time after time. I can't hear you guys, but time after time. Time after time after time.
Wow, that was marvelous.
That was fun. That was fun.
That
That
was
was
marvelous. Now
I don't remember whose idea that was for us to get in and get some B-roll, but that's my favorite part.
there
Yeah.
was
Can we give a round of applause to that audience though?
Yeah, they were first of all incredibly good looking. I'm just going to say that, and I don't throw that out.
Attentive. They were very attentive.
Yeah,
Edge of their seats.
yeah.
They knew all the words.
They did.
They knew all 2 words. 2, because one is repeated. So
I'm counting.
yeah. It's,
Now, Shana,
Yes.
that was a beautiful tune, a remade pop tune in this case. But there's a lot going on in the tune. I mean, you guys are coming together from 5 different spaces or places. You're collaborating in many different and new ways. But yet there's another element also. You've got the cello front and center. What's going on with the cello?
Okay, so let's see. So first, let me just say this really quickly. I love this format because we get to see, like, we can't see the comments as they're coming through, but I love that this is not I'm not the only person that loves this song. So thank you, everybody that has been saying you love this arrangement. Thank you so much. Okay, so I started with this arrangement because I wanted to have an encore that I could play almost exclusively by myself. And so the way it starts out with cello pizzicato, boom, 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 so that there's enough room. Like, for me, it's like function is also a large part of it, because like Christian and Will, it is not easy for me to play and sing at the same time. Like, it's not as easy as I like throw on them to be like, sing it now, sing.
Yeah.
It's not. It really isn't. So I put what we call an ostinato. I just play the same, it's almost like a pad, but I'm just playing a repetitious line so that I can sing. And then when the B section comes, here we go. So when I started playing with Christian was like, what if Christian, this is what he does. I show him a piece. We play it like, my existing way. And he sits with it for a little while. And then the next rehearsal, he comes back and he's like, okay, so I've decided, just listen to this. And he's done all this stuff, and it's like 8,000 things on here, right? But the thing that I love the most about this arrangement is the reggae feel, because it's not corny reggae, it's like, dun, 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 and it's there from the beginning, but he just took it and just made it more. And I love the amount of space that is in the song so that you can actually hear the story. That for me, growing up in the 80s, I love Cyndi Lauper. I love everything 80s, almost everything 80s. But I could not do that song the way Cyndi Lauper did. And so these gentlemen just took the idea and just made it live in a brand new way.
It's beautiful. It has a lot of fresh energy. It's just as the previous tune.
Yeah, and I would like to ask thank you. I want to ask my quartet, because usually when we get together, which is not that often, we just get right to it and we start playing, and we talk through the music. But a large part of it is in front of us, and then this is what a musical director. This is why we have musical directors, to make sure that what's in here and what's in here, as a cellist and a songwriter, can then come and be more well-rounded. So I'm just wondering if we can talk about that process a little bit, Christian, how you prepare to give the music to Will and Al for our rehearsals.
Sure. So first of all, we really approach all of this music as a collective unit. I think, you bring so much musically, you have you really generally on most of your songs have a really strong idea from the beginning of what that message needs to be, how that needs to be delivered. And so for me, the first role of what I'm trying to always do is to relieve Shana of the duties that go beyond just being the artist, right? So her role when she steps on stage should leave all of the logistics and operational aspects of how to actually make the music happen, so that she can literally focus on the things that people are there to see her do, which is to be Shana Tucker and just be this amazing personality and storyteller, to sing and feel free when she sings, and not be, and also, play the cello, right? And so that's what people are there to see. That is that experience that she's, wants to give. And a lot of times when you're an artist, it's hard to let go of some of those reins, right? Because it's that control aspect of saying, well, I know how it goes. I know the tempos. I know all the things that I want the band to do. And so when an artist like Shana is able to kind of hand some of those responsibilities over to somebody like myself, I kind of become this medium to take what I know she needs and make sure that she's free to do what she can go and do, but also make sure that the ensemble is ready to go and shift any way we want to go, whether it's an energy thing, or, we're shifting tunes in the set, or there's something that we're reacting to musically that's happened either for the first time or just needs to always happen every time we play it. So it's really this, and I will say with this ensemble, the music has become so internalized that really you don't see me up there conducting or anything like that. It's just more or less that other person on the stage that allows Shana to focus on what she needs to do, and all the other operations of getting through the set of music, I can kind of take some lead on. So I love the role, mainly because I love her music, and I love just being a part of what happens on stage. Al and Will are some of the best musicians on the planet. So it makes my job very easy. And, as far as what we do with arrangements and other things, it's all the stuff that people don't see, right? They see us for 90 minutes on stage, but, Shana and I spend a lot of time preparing the set and getting a lot of the details together, making sure everything's in order, and anything I can do to help with that just makes my job and her job easier when we get to the gig.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You make it look, then when you get in front of the audience, you make it look so easy.
Yeah, it's not. It's actually very hard. But yes,
Yeah,
we try. No, I know what Todd. You're a director. Once you've worked your ensemble, you go out there and you count them off. Count off the band, and you're not up there. You let them play. That's what those roles are. But in a small group like this, it's a lot of fun, because we don't, we break all the rules every time we play, so it's a lot of fun.
It certainly looks like you guys are having a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
I want to acknowledge really quickly. Hi, Frank, and hey, Marshall. Thanks for your comments. Everybody that's in the chat, if you like, we love hearing from you. So this is one of the things about having this type of performance, is that it's equal parts performance and like engagement too. So we would love, like, just keep your comments coming. We see them and we hear them, and I'm just really excited that we can have this type of interaction. Al, Will, do you want to say anything before I introduce the next two songs?
I just want to say hi to my buddy Larry. He's watching from Seattle. Larry's a dear friend, and he just he chimed in on the YouTube chat.
Hey,
and I just want to
Larry.
say hi to him. He's a great dude. Oh, hey, man.
Larry.
Yeah, so awesome.
Larry.
Thanks for watching, Larry. Appreciate it, man.
Hey mom, hey dad. I know you're watching because we're going back and forth in our group chat, but I know they're happy to see me, and see all of y'all too. So
Awesome.
hey, and this is for dad. There we go.
Oh, there you go. Had to get it in.
Got to get the 2 fingers in.
So
What's the next song, guys?
Yeah, so we are going to do 2 songs in a row, just because, we want to just be mindful of time. This first song is called No Get Back.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that, Al. This song features Will Ledbetter on the bass. And the way that I usually set this song up is that it is an opera in one act. It's an opera about divorce. It is an opera about emancipation. It's an opera that says, listen, no, I said no, there's no get back. There's no conversation about it. I feel like I'm going to have to repeat myself over and over again. But in this opera, I am me, and Will plays the soon-to-be ex-husband on bass, or I should say the bass does. Sorry, Will, you're not this person. I know, but you play it so well. You just giving Denzel a run for your money. You're like the bass version of Denzel. And
That's
then
my mom's favorite person.
Christian is basically like the Thelma to my Louise is always how I describe it. He's got the shovel, he's got the rope, he's got everything. That's my girl. That's my girl, Christian.
What she said, yes.
Right. And then Al is essentially like, Erykah Badu's song, "You Better Call Tyrone." Basically, Al is, yes. And tell him, come on, help you get your.
Come on.
That's my jam.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds amazing. Well, I don't know what's happening right now, but that was awesome.
That is what's about to
I'm
happen
kidding.
with
This
No
is
Give
fun.
Back. That's our first song, and then we're going to go right into November, which we can talk about on the back end. But that's basically a love song and a love story that happened in about 38 days.
And Shana, we should just say that this first tune starts with the bass solo, so folks just ride through it till the rest of the song
It's the
starts.
Denzel Washington of bass solos.
The way it is, and
It is. It's a Denzel-worthy performance. All right, we're ready. Let's play it.
Let's hear it.
I don't know how to say it in a way that makes sense to you. I've been trying now for days and yet I still can't get through. No. There was once a time once upon a time when I could bet anything on your kiss. Now everything you try boils down to this: no get back, there's no getting back, no get back, there's no getting back, there's no get back together with me. No get back, there's no getting back, no get back, there's no getting back, there's no getting back together with me. Trust was broken from too much water under the bridge, and I was drowning. But you know the truth of the matter really is, though I forgive you and I don't harbor any, my heart is so different now that I'm afraid it's a little too late for no get back, there's no getting back, no getting back, there's no getting back, there's no getting back together with me. No, no getting back together with me now. Trust was broken from too much water under the bridge and I was drowning. But you know, the truth of the matter really is, though I forgive you and I don't harbor any hate, my heart is so different now, and I'm afraid it's a little too late for a no get back. There's no getting back. A no get back. There's no getting back. No get back. Together with me now. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, get back, back together, we back, back together with me. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There's no get back, getting back, back together with me. No, no, no. No, oh, oh, oh. No, get back, getting back, back together with me. No. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. I met you on the 9th, a classic case of seeing you across a crowded room. Except it was a church. We were playing a tune the bride had asked for when she walked down the aisle. And strangely enough, the song was the first time I ever saw your face. And in the days we discovered our soulmate compatibility. You were mine and I yours, no questions asked. It's just how it was. But one day all that changed when you called me up and said that the fear of losing me was greater than the pain of letting go. I miss my November, when my world seemed brand new, because I was loving you and I knew you loved me too. And although you're gone and I'm moving on, I miss the month I loved you. November, November. I'm sitting here and I'm watching the snowflakes fall, reminding me of all the reasons you could have stayed, but you only saw the snow as the biggest one big reason to leave. Couldn't stay and watch it melt and turn into spring. Had to get home before it got too deep. It's funny, in the coldest month of the year I found someone to make me sweat, could keep my pulse and sharpen my senses and silly stuff like that. But now it's the date escapes me as I'm sitting here reminiscing about time I'm gone. I miss November, when my world seemed brand new, because I was loving you and I knew you loved me too. And although you're gone and I'm moving on, I miss November. I miss November. All the things we used to do and the way you used to kiss me too. November, I miss November when my world seemed brand new because I was loving you. And I knew you loved me too, and although you're gone, and I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Funny how time flies when you're having fun, but I'm moving on. I miss the month I loved you. I miss the month I loved you. Alara, atagatu, osoto pelata tatoya. Alala tai, toto pita puya tatata. La 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 ta 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 ya. La la topa de taca esa poca puta ya ta. La 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 la. La 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 teta cosa bombeca no pate. La 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 no. November.
Wow. That was another great tune.
I'm clapping because I just like, I never get a chance to hear, like, I never do this. I should watch more. It's hard for me to watch my own footage a lot of times, especially when the performance is so fresh in my mind. Thank you for scat singing. Thank you, my scat appreciators. I appreciate you appreciating me. Thank you.
I was going to mention that. I was going to say, and she scats as well.
I'm just trying to meet Christian where he is. But I love listening to these gentlemen play. I love hearing them play together. I love performing with them because I can actually like think, I don't have to think about hearing for them, you know, or what they're about to do or waiting to see if they're going to do what I asked for in rehearsal. I can just sing more and play more and just focus on what I'm doing and like float on top of like all of the goodness. Hey, Selah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think there's a couple of questions that like, because we never get a chance to see each other. Like, you know, we go from touring together, like, and seeing all the time to the last time I saw these gentlemen was literally a month ago. So yes, thank you. Question.
How does the energy of performance change between face-to-face and a stream concert? Huh.
I've been
I have
talking
to
a lot.
read that out loud apparently for
Yes.
So yeah.
Go ahead and answer. Can we get our names back up? I guess they come back up when the question.
Oh, they come back up.
Yes.
Okay.
So first of all, I'm just going to say that, you know, that the first thing that I want to mention is the recording of this content was the first time I had played music with any other human being other than myself for what was going on almost 3.5 months, almost 4 months. And so the energy was, it reminded me of being in junior high school. And that first time that you're about to step out on stage for like that holiday concert and you've got the big solo and you're not sure if you've got it all together. It was like, I hadn't felt that sense of excitement as well as like, oh, can I still play an instrument? Can I still do this? It was such a bizarre feeling that I hadn't felt since I was literally a child. And I think it was matched with just a sense of almost like being somewhat giddy is the closest thing, because when people ask, like, well, you know, with everything going on in the world right now, you know, you miss playing music? Of course. I mean, that's what we do. But what I miss the most is playing music with great people and that environment. So, you know, when we do these streaming concerts, you know, it's great because it's us, right? We have that energy. And as you can see, we're a bunch of goofballs. And so we have a blast. But that multiplied by the dynamic of having an audience to respond to our antics kind of takes the whole thing to this next level. So, you know, we love being together. We love the opportunity. We love the technology exists to create this content and share it. But we also, boy, we miss having an audience.
Yeah.
Yes. You need that energy from the audience. I mean, you give a lot of energy off the stage, but it needs to come back at you in some way, doesn't it?
Exactly, Todd. It's about matching energy, and, you know, you put it right on the nose. It's like, and, you know, it's about matching the energy for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of what we all miss, you know, like when I'm teaching young students, I'm also a teaching artist. That's a large part of what I do when I'm not on stage. And one of the main things that I say to my students is not just about, you know, playing music, because everybody's not going to want to play music for a living, but everyone should want to maintain and protect and just uplift whatever your creativity is, whatever your source of creativity, that should always carry with you from this age all the way through your entire life. But the key thing is that being a great audience member is not just about, you know, not unwrapping your candy wrapper when there's silence or knowing when to clap. It's not just about that, because there's something that in the exchange of listening to music and listening to lyrics and feeling different than when you came in and sat in that seat. All of that energy, it's not like potential, and it just doesn't stay here. It radiates. And so often we feel that coming onto the stage, and that allows us to turn it around and give it right back. And so, you know, a lot of times people are talking about, oh, do you think that this format, live streaming, is going to replace live performances? No, people miss being, even introverts and folks that don't talk, you know, that are not like social, like, hey, life of the party. We all miss, to a degree, being out and experiencing energy like this. So we try to recreate it to the best of our capabilities, which was why it was important to me to make sure that we had a beautiful performance that was beautifully lit, that sounded wonderful, that was on a stage, not unlike where you are, Todd, right now. I've never been over to your stage, so I don't know yet. But I figured the invitation warranted, you know, that we make it as special. So just a quick shout out to Ken Branson and Kenya Thompson of Mastermind Productions for filming such beautiful footage.
They did so great. That was,
yeah.
I mean, when they first started sending us it, it was like, whoa, you know, because they were very subtle. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't all like up in our face. We really just, you know, we were all distanced appropriately, you know, and they did such an outstanding job. And, like, you know, when you think about the fact that we literally kind of knocked that out of the park in 6 hours?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and, you know, that would normally take, I've done plenty of productions where 15 minutes of music has taken 5 days to get that kind of footage. So they did a great job.
Yeah.
I think it's part of what you said, Christian, where it's like, we didn't have an audience, but we had been cooped up in our houses, you know, not getting to play music. And so the energy of just getting back together and getting to play music together after, gosh, a long time, and knowing we missed out on a lot of opportunities to share the stage in front of people, that energy of just being cooped up and coming together, it kind of like was almost like its own energy of having an audience, just because we were so stoked about being together and getting to make some music.
It was like the trio was like, Shana was getting ready, you know.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that.
Yeah, say it. Well, you know what I'm saying.
I have a process, and I don't want to be rushed through it. That's what
we had an incredible jam session while you had your process.
Because while they were setting up all the cameras and getting stuff together,
I heard you. That's what made me not want to hurry up.
It was like a 2-hour sound check and jam session.
We had a
Yeah,
great time
it
because we
was
were
great.
playing one of Christian's tunes, and it was just like,
So
this
I
is
so I
fun.
saw let's see, Larry says nothing is as good as live music, but since we can't be there, it's really great to hear musicians express themselves. I know, right, Larry? We're happy to be here, and I just am so happy that App State decided to take your festival online, and that you decided to like keep it in the high quality that everyone has come to expect, because the last thing that so many of us want to hear is something else has been canceled and we can't do something else. And as it relates to music, you know, it just brings us a lot of joy. So I think we should go to our next song.
Yeah.
Or just, unless you want to push that question. Yeah, push the question. Let's see. Oh, maybe we're going to go to the next song and then we'll see the question.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's hear some music and do a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the next song I have chosen, actually another set of two. The first song, both of them are songs that one incorporates the loop station. You may have seen that little device that I was using in Pure Imagination to manipulate my voice and to layer my voice in real time. So Gazelle is a song that I do completely solo and with just using my voice and my loop station. And the loop station is a thing that I use a lot with my when I'm doing teaching artist work, songwriting. It's a lot easier to build a song and a lot more portable to build a song that way. And then we're going to do Shine, which is the first song, that I ever wrote to play just Shana and cello, that eventually evolved into our quartet piece. But it's a song that is like a palate cleanser, kind of just like a transitional, keep it easy and laid back, and, you know, like Todd, you might have heard Shine because you're nice and easy and laid back tonight. I know that's right.
Got the vibe.
Huh,
He's got
look
the
at
vibe.
you.
There it
Okay.
is.
I'm just going
All
along
right.
with the flow.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and flow into Gazelle, shall we?
Do that, 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 do that. My love is like a gazelle with a long leap, left himself across the sea. My love, though he loved me, but he didn't need me. Needed cobblestone and green. Hey, hey, ooh, hey, 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 oh, hey, hey. A year ago today, I started planting a garden. Didn't know if it would survive. The earth was cold and gray, and I had no one to guide. If I managed to would it die? I tumbled head first into darkness, expecting a burgeoning. Found the ground, but never found a harness. So I slept without cushioning. My love drinks his portions well, like a moonbeam. I can feel him though he's unseen. My love, he doesn't like to dwell upon the loving me. Likes to make me watch him bleed. Haven't we learned anything? I tried to ask myself. The grass is always green if it is treated well. My love is like a gazelle. My love is like a gazelle. Without winter, there is no spring. Without winter, there is no spring. Without winter, there is no spring. without winter, my love is like a gazelle. Oh, my love is like a gazelle. Need me, need me, he didn't need me, he didn't need me, he didn't need me. Shine, shine, far away, past mountain and sea, shines a light. Far away, over forest and trees, is a light that heeds neither rain nor shine. It continues to shine for you and for me. It heeds neither rain nor shine. It continues to shine for you and for me. For you and for me. Far away, past valley and hill, shines a light. Far away, over field and windmill, is a light so beautiful to behold, and it continues to glow for you and for me. It's so beautiful to behold, and it continues to glow for you and for me. For you and for me. It serves as a reminder that you can always find a love so real. You'll be able to feel it's a warmth and glow wherever our souls may go. It serves as a reminder that you can always find a love so real. You'll be able to feel it's a warmth and glow wherever our souls may go. Wherever you go, wherever I go. So look past the mountain and past the sea, see the forest full of the trees, and the light will guide us home. Home, so far away, shines a light for you and for me. Shine, shine, shine.
Wow. Another gorgeous tune.
I love my band.
A gorgeous tune.
Thank you.
There's a lot going on there, Shana. You're combining jazz and you're fusing it together with seems almost like classical music. How did all this stuff come together?
Well, so I started playing violin when I was 9, and started on cello with at 11, and I didn't see cello being played any other way but classically until my second, maybe my first semester at Howard University in Washington, D.C. I saw 4 beautiful Black women on stage as a string quartet, but they started off with some Duke Ellington, and then they played some I was about to say Rick James. It was James Brown.
That would have been.
It was not Rick James.
It
wasn't that.
We're all listening. Just that
That's
could
a
have been
big
a test. That could have been a test. If we hadn't been listening, you'd said Rick James. We'd all been like, yeah,
They
oh
played
yeah.
some Rick
Duke
James.
Ellington, Rick James, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the point that I was making, sidebar, Christian, the point that I was making was that I didn't know, because, you know, I really feel like representation is so important for you to even be able to be able to see just a little glimpse of who you can be and who you already are. Was so important to me to see a Black woman playing cello. And when she was playing cello, she wasn't playing like this. She was playing. I mean, she was so into it. It changed my life. And so when I was at Howard, I was surrounded by amazing musicians that were my age, playing like they've never not played, you know? And at the time I was too shy. I was too scared to say I want to play jazz, because I never saw a cello played. I never saw a jazz played on cello before. I didn't know about Oscar Pettiford. I didn't know that somebody was telling me that who was
Percy
telling
Heath.
me? Was that you and I talking about that, Todd?
One of the Heath
Percy
brothers.
Yes,
Yeah.
that he
played cello.
played
Heath
cello.
brother.
If I had known, then maybe I wouldn't have been so scared to say I want to learn about bass lines, and I want to learn about chord changes, and I don't even know what a chord change is. I've only played cello parts for my entire life up to this point. But once I saw Eileen Folsom, and once my friends started asking me to just play, let's play Michael Jackson, and let's play, you know, this, and we started using our ears and we started using our hearts. And so for me, as much as I love jazz, I still am a little shy when people say she's a jazz cellist. I'm like, no, wait a minute. What do you want to say, Christian?
No, well, no, you know, well, first of all, I've never been one for putting labels on things, but you know, you bring so much to that instrument and to your and what defines, and you know, your project is called ChamberSoul, right? Which
Right.
you know, I'm always enjoy Shana's description of that and how she kind of came to that, and to me it just encompasses great music, you know, influences that represent who she is and everything that she's heard, and to me it's like, yeah, I like, we are a jazz ensemble. I didn't even want to say that, you know, it's a jazz ensemble, but we play music, you know, and it comes out in an acoustic way with improvisation, and you know, if that's
ChamberSoul
jazz,
ensemble.
so be it, you know.
Yeah. Well, one of the reasons why I enjoy performing so much with these gentlemen is because it's almost like speaking with people who share several different languages. And we joke in this, you know, we start in English, and then we move over to Portuguese, and then there's a little Italian in there. But we all, our personalities like shift through these places and spaces. And so we can joke and have a conversation in pop. But then we also include, you know, the improvisational, everything that we know about jazz, and where, you know, who we are when we're in our places and houses and spaces of worship. all of that like comes onto the stand, and it just sort of translates into these arrangements. So
Well, and it also does an incredible thing for your audience, right? I mean, when I look at the traditional jazz audience, you know, versus a Shana Tucker audience, which is very diverse and the demographic of age is everything from children all the way up to, you know, quite old. And so by just incorporating all those different sounds and those different styles of music, it not only gives a very specific identity to Shana's sound and her brand and like what you come to expect when you hear her perform. But when you look at it, what our audience is, it's a really wide span of people. And that's encouraging that it's not just the one set of folks that go and hear the one style of music. It's really everybody. And to me, that's what music's all about. You know, share as much as you can with as many as you can.
well, that's one of the reasons why I definitely want to make sure that my shows are all ages, like as much as possible, all ages, that they start at a time that's not infringing upon too many people's bedtimes, that there are seats, because that has become a thing for me. Like I'm like, oh yay, Lizzo's playing, and then it's like, but are there chairs?
Right.
Okay, well, okay, I'll be there late, and I'm gonna leave early because I don't want to stand through the whole set. That's just me. But I know that about myself, so I don't want to ask my audience to do something that I wouldn't do. And so, but also I want to encourage families to bring children, and they're never going to learn how to experience and enjoy a show if we wait until they're 21 years old to do it. So I'm like, bring your kids. We got kids watching from Michigan tonight because these are my people. I saw, yes, Selah and Marcus, they're like little, they're single digits, you know, this is what it's all about. So, okay. So
Start them while they're young.
that's right. Start it up. I just want to be mindful of our time, and we have 2 more songs left, and we can't cut either one of them. So can I go into the next song?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. So the next song is actually a duet. And the next song is a song of that was penned by Mr. Christian Tambour. And Mr. Christian Tambour is going to talk about this song and how he was totally okay with letting me sing it, because that's not how it is on his album that was recently released this year. Go ahead. Take it away, Christian.
So I released a brand new record in March of this year that I actually recorded here in North Carolina a year to the day of today.
Wow.
We finished tracking here in Pittsburgh at Manifold Studios. I saw Michael was listening.
Yes.
He runs
Hi,
the studio. Hey, Michael. Beautiful studio that's 8 minutes from my house. So I may or may not have bought my home because of that studio. Anyway, sidebar. The project was rather unique. It was my first all original project, writing all original compositions inspired by the sculptures created by Seward Johnson, a very well-known kind of iconic bronze sculptor. And this one sculpture was his first sculpture, and it was entitled Stainless Girl. And it was really the sculpture that when he was 40 years old, he decided to stop working for his family's company, which was Johnson & Johnson, and decided to pursue his dream and be a sculptor and be an artist. And to me, this was just such an important piece. And it's a beautiful stainless steel girl, reflective. It captures everything that's going on in the body of the sculpture, the sun, the earth, everything that as you step up to it, you can see a reflection. It's this beautiful piece. And I had written this melody, and it was the only piece that in the whole album where I had actually written the melody before I had seen the sculpture, and I married the two together. And so the song is about, well, I don't know, Shana can tell you what it's about, but I had a wonderful artist by the name of Clint Holmes, who I collaborate with. I'm musical director for as well. And he wrote some beautiful lyrics for this. And he had a very specific vantage point of how this sculpture married to the melody of the song. And when I shared it with Shana, she took the interpretation of this lyric to be something very personal to her that now still almost brings me to tears every time we do it. And
me too.
it's it's really quite brilliant, and she and that's what's magical about the way Shana sings anyway. But to have her do that with one of my own compositions is very special and very humbling. So yeah, this is Hiding in the Light, and when we think about that as a phrase, you know, it's this again where sometimes we're doing that as performers. We're out there, we're hiding, but we're right there in front of everybody. And Shana, you know, I don't know, you take this song to another level.
Thanks, Christian. Let's go. I don't want to say anything about it because the song speaks for itself, the lyrics too. So let's just go right into it.
Hiding in the light, seen but out of sight. Who was she then? Who is she now? Silent she will stay. Trust she won't betray the tears she wept, our secrets kept. Wrapped in mystery, can she wake her heart and see? She could be free. Back to before, stainless and pure, when she was sure love was real. Wrapped in her shell, is it too late to tell her to feel, just to feel? Hiding in the light, seen but out of sight, I see she could be free. Back to before, stainless and pure, when she was sure love was real. Wrapped in her shell, is it too late to tell her to feel, just to feel? Hiding in the light, seen but out of sight, I see she could be free.
Wow,
I love that song. Oh my gosh.
that is so beautiful.
I love it. Hey, Texas. Sorry to go right into it. I mean, I suppose I probably should let it settle a little bit. If we were live, I would not have been like, hey, Texas, what's up? I wouldn't have done that. But this is live stream, so.
Todd, when Shana and I did a live stream for the first time, which was way back in March, we were like trying this whole thing out. And a majority of the first 20 minutes was literally just screens, like the vantage point of the camera of like my belt area, because I'm like standing over like the computer and we're trying to figure out how to get all the devices. We were like trying to stream on every different device in the house. What made the whole thing incredible was Shana had never done a performance with comments at the same time. And she's such a personable person that she can't let one comment go without being like, hey, what's up? So we'd be like literally in a song. She'd be hiding in the Amarillo, what's up? Like in the middle of the song, piano solo, she'd be like, shout out to my brother. I mean, it was,
What? I don't look.
it's like, Shana, you have to sing the song.
She was
I'm going to, but
improvising.
the whole point, you guys, like this. See, thank you, Rich. Thank you. See, if we don't acknowledge the comments, we have to, like, this is what we have to do when there's no live audience. We got to let them know that we see you.
I'm just saying, like, if all of our audiences, when we were live, had megaphones and at any point could just be like, hey, that was a nice solo, like, you know, like we would never get through anything. So I'm just saying, I love all the comments, but you are the master of figuring out how to like make it all work and still talk to everybody at the same time. Bravo.
I just like the song, hiding in the light, seen but out of sight. I just want to let our audiences know that we see them, and also that it's like fantastic that people are tuning in from different time zones, because some folks are coming in from the middle, like Central Time, and Nikki is now saying it is a lyrically beautiful song, and thank you. I love singing that song. It's only recent that that I was able to sing the song without crying. Because this song for me, you know, as a woman, as a mother, as a band leader, as you know, the self-advocacy piece and being there for other people a lot, you know, as a child who is, you know, I'm not raising my mother, but I'm just saying, like, if you get put to a certain age and your parents are aging, and you realize that parenting happens on different levels, you know, so there's a lot going on in my life, and that song just is like coconut oil. It just is coconut oil for my soul, Christian. So thank you.
It's my pleasure. You sing the heck out of it. So.
Beautiful. Well, it's been a wonderful evening, and as usual, time has slipped by too quickly.
Too quickly.
We'll have to do this again. I want to let you know that you're leaving us with a wonderful collaborative energy, and you're leaving us all uplifted and feeling great, particularly in these times. And we really need this. So on the behalf of an Appalachian Summer Festival, I want to thank all of you. Al Sergel, hope to see you again soon. Will Ledbetter, Christian Tambour, and the inimitable Shana Tucker.
Curtsying.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for just Appalachian State University. Thank you for having this so much of a tremendous amount of talent for this whole month. There's something to do. I'm pretty sure it's every single day. I looked at the calendar and every single day had a beautiful color on it. So if you are not already aware, everybody, at least it's coming from me telling you about it, make sure that you visit the website. I don't know if there's a banner that goes up. It's going to come up after we're done. Click on this site for an Appalachian Summer Festival and just see what is going on. appsummeronline.org. You guys, you can enjoy this no matter where you are from the comfort of your own home, and it's free. So, yes.
Thank you.
Should I segue into it? Absolutely. I think we have to go. So I think I just have to introduce our last song. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I will introduce my last song, but not before I thank our host, Todd Wright. Thank you so much
Todd.
for being there for us.
Todd.
Everybody, this
wonderful.
is Todd's first time hosting. So I'm so happy for you that we could be the ensemble that you dip the toes in. Thank you so much, Todd.
We'll do it again. You're so welcome.
Hey, Mr. Mojo. Oh my goodness, everybody. You guys, go ahead and keep like putting the comments up so that we can see who's coming as like the last
Yeah,
song
my
is
mom
going
said
on.
encore.
Oh,
And Mama knows best.
let's pretend like this is the encore, okay? Because we
Okay,
only have
Will's
one more
mom
song
wants
to do.
another song, so we better
So we must do it.
Yeah, we better. Yeah, we
Yes.
got to do it.
Thank you,
Otherwise,
Miss
we will all
Edric.
get emails from Will's mom, Miss Ledbetter.
Exactly.
She will be like, listen.
Exactly. Okay, so our last song, one of my greatest, I love Bill Withers. He's like my number one songwriting influence, but another like close second is Stevie Wonder. And Stevie Wonder, like I didn't even realize how much he influences my writing until like certain licks will show up in certain chord progressions or like the way that I'll sing something. So Christian, I feel like you asked me if I knew this song, if I knew Overjoyed. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, I know it. But I usually don't like to sing it because everybody don't know how to get those chord changes right. And like the transition at the end usually can sometimes turn into a train wreck. So when we did it and you brought this arrangement to me, I was like, let's do it. Let's do it. So without further ado, I give you Overjoyed by Stevie Wonder, played by Christian Tamber on piano, Will Ledbetter on bass, Alfred Sergel IV on drums, and I'm singing. Thanks, everybody. I'm Shana Tucker.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Over time, I've been building my castle of love just for two. Though you never knew you were my reason, I've come much too far for you now to say that I've got to throw my castle away over dreams I have picked out a perfect come true. Though you never knew it was of you I was dreaming. The Sandman has come from too far away for you to say come back some other day. And though you don't believe that they do come true. For did my dreams come true when I looked at you? And maybe too, if you would believe, you too might be overjoyed over love over me, over me. Over hearts, I have carefully turned every stone just to find I had found what I sought to discover. I've come much too far for me now to find the love that I sought could never be mine. And though you don't believe that they do come true. For did my dreams come true when I looked at you? And maybe too, if you would believe, you too might be overjoyed over love, over me. And though the odds ain't improbable, what do they know? For in romance, all true love needs is a chance. And baby, with a chance, you will find tonight. I'm overjoyed, over love, over me. Overjoyed, over me. Overjoyed, overjoyed, overjoyed. Overjoyed, overjoyed, overjoyed. Overjoyed, overjoyed, overjoyed. Overjoyed, overjoyed. Over me.